Alright, one last quick game play. This is a Red Like a game, huh? I heard some positive things about this visual novel game, and I thought I'd check it out. Sake visual, green tea, something. Okay, let's do it. Sketch gallery? Oh, there's already a sketch. That's unusual. There we go. I suspect this is probably our main character, right? Is there also music? No, we have no music yet. Do we? But yes, we do. Apparently music is playing now. There it is. Suspicions. Suspicion sounds great. Let's go. Let's play the game now. Whoever said that your life flashes before your eyes when you die should be shot. Should they? Okay. Triangle to save. Then maybe he'd see what it's really like. Oh shit. When you die, there are only two things. The first thing is a sudden and terrifying realization that you are dying. The second is the final wish. As a person dies, there's always one last thing they wish they could do before they pass on. Sometimes it's as simple as wanting to say goodbye to a loved one, but usually it's a wish full of pain and regret. It's a wish for a life lived better, an angry word taken back, or a promise kept. A wish that will never be granted. Yeah, death sucks. Every single time. But I've experienced so many. I'm kinda numb to the whole thing by now. That's not to say I'm comfortable with it. I'm used to it. After all, experiencing death is the story of my life. Sake Visual presents... Where am I? I blink slowly, trying to get my bearings. This place doesn't look familiar. Then again, it's been 3 years since anything has looked familiar to me. I yawn as my mind slowly clears. The room I'm in is filled with the scent of freshly ground coffee. I hear something. A machine? Steam? Right, I'm in a coffee shop in some city called Edgewater. It's my second day in the city. Judging from the empty cup on the table in front of me, I stopped here for coffee because I was getting sleepy. And then I fell asleep. Typical. I guess even a triple shot mocha latte isn't enough to keep me up these days. I wonder if I should get another one. Eh? Why not? I head over to the counter. No one else is in line since it's still afternoon. The girl at the counter grins as soon as she sees me.
Did you have a nice nap?
Yeah, thank you. You saw me? I mean?
Don't worry, you weren't snoring or anything. But I'd wipe that drool off your face if I were you.
I really like the way they're doing this with the girl, and then they have your own face pop up when you talk. What?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
Okay. She laughs and winks at me.
So, what can I get for you?
It would have been clever if they actually could have animated one of her eyes to close instead of both. That's not a wink, man. That's a blink. I don't know. Coffee, I guess. A ghost. Ugh.
Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
You look like you want to hurl.
Do I? Why am I feeling this now? There shouldn't be any reason. Probably because you ate some cookies or something.
Hey, if you're not feeling well, the bathrooms are down that hallway.
Okay, thank you. I'll go use them then. Yeah, thanks. I like her voice. Good sound on her voice. Like, I really feel like I can hear her right in my ears. Actually, I have to lower the volume a little bit. I grab the counter for support and stumble off in the direction she's pointing. My head is hurting even more now. I'm feeling this sick. It can only mean one thing. Ghosts! Someone has died. I was right. See, I got it. As I walk down the hallway, I see the door to the women's bathroom is wide open. You're kidding. I think I killed her, because I blacked out and now she's dead. I wish this were a joke, but the incessant throbbing in my head tells me otherwise. Lying on the tile floor of the women's bathroom, it's the corpse of a woman. I enter the restroom, gagging at the smell of the restroom's flowery perfume and disinfectant. Damn. The knife sticking out of her chest doesn't make me terribly optimistic about what I'm about to do next. I hope she died quickly, otherwise this is going to wind up being very unpleasant. I glance around quickly to make sure no one is looking before I reach forward and touch her arm. Hell yeah, let's do this. Magic time. I brace myself for the sudden pain in my chest, but it never comes. I can't breathe. I try to open my mouth, but it refuses to open. Something's on my face. I want to tear it away, but someone is holding me down. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I only wish that... As I open my eyes, I instinctively gasp for air. I know I wasn't actually suffocating, but it's still a reflex. She wasn't stabbed, she was suffocated. And then stabbed afterwards. To cover up the cause of death. My brain always remembers the pain of every death I experience, even though none of them are mine. I'm suddenly aware of someone staring at me from the hallway.
What did you do?
Oh, it wasn't me, lady. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. I didn't... Wait! I sigh and hang my head. This isn't going to end well. Then again, it never does.
Hey, kid, move away from the body.
How long have I been playing? Maybe 5 minutes? Okay, don't go past 1:30. The man strides briskly down the hallway toward me. His voice and demeanor are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Even without the uniform, it's obvious he's some sort of man of the law, considering what he's wearing. I guess, police officer. Sorry, officer, I didn't move anything. He looks surprised.
Officer?
Oh, you're not? Sorry, my dad was a police officer, and you kind of look like him. I mean, you carry yourself the same way.
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
Yeah, you're a cop, alright. He sounds skeptical. I guess I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back when he still lived in Los Angeles. He raises a knowing eyebrow, as if he's just caught me in a lie, but he doesn't comment on it.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Sure. I follow the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me is standing by one of the tables looking shaken. The only other people in the shop are the girl who works there and a guy who looks like he's in college.
Excuse me, everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment.
Okay?
I'm Detective Nikolai Gursky.
The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
What? But how? I mean, who?
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation.
That was suspicious
Because
with the
of
college
this,
boy.
I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
Until they come? You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
I'm technically not on duty right now. I just happen to be here.
I see.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit. It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Sure. Anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yes, it's fine.
Should
What
I
about
say
you,
something
kid?
too? It's fine with me.
Right. Then we'll start with you. Come with me, please.
Okay? Detective Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway and away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and gently kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings in and bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body. You fine?
I always see dead bodies. He frowns at me.
Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say.
Why not?
Oh shit. Really, you gonna come at a cop with that? Because I'd rather not.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Tell him your name, bitch. Then I plead the fifth. Oh my god, really? You're handling this very badly. They're gonna take you in.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Also, it implies you're guilty. Then I invoke my Miranda rights. Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
You mean when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent.
Well, I came in here around noon, I ordered a coffee, drank it, then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
Oh shit, he knows what I ordered? How do you know what I drank? Well, he was here, dummy. Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the floor where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in. The mocha latte checkbox is checked off on the side of the cup, and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots. I am a detective, you know.
And a serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty. When I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
So, around 2:40, you'd say?
I guess so. I was just about to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
Yep, that's right. The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom, and when I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway.
Did you touch her?
Yes. I mean, even if I say no, they'll probably find my prints on her anyway. Yes.
And why were you touching her?
Because I could see dead people. I'm like magic. I wanted to see if she was okay. I mean, yeah, I wanted to see if she was okay, not the dead people thing. I didn't know she was dead at the time. Detective nods understanding, but I doubt he believes me. Any idiot could have seen the knife in the woman's chest from at least 10 feet away.
Is there anything else you'd like
Then
to
why
say?
did you make such an obvious lie? Let's help the cop solve the murder. I think there's something suspicious about this death.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying.
She was suffocated.
But what makes you think this is suspicious?
Just a gut feeling.
I see. Anything else?
No.
Then please wait in the main area.
Okay, sure. Why didn't you... Damn it. I didn't think he was going to just leave it at that and just say it was suspicious and not give any other details. Detective Gursky follows me. I would have said nothing if I realized he was going to say nothing after I tried to get him involved. Anyway, Detective Gursky follows me and turns to the rest of the people in the coffee shop. I love the pacing of this. Like, this is very refreshing compared to the average visual novel.
Would anyone like to go next?
I'll go.
Nice. The woman raises her hand timidly, and Detective Gursky nods at
follow
her.
me.
I sink down into one of the chairs and close my eyes. Yeah, I heard that this has like a refreshingly fast pace for a visual novel, and I agree with that. This doesn't make any sense. The woman in the restroom has a knife in her chest, no doubt. But in my vision, she was being suffocated. It does make sense. She was stabbed after she died. Then again, my vision did cut off before it finished. That woman interrupted me. Alright, that's why. I wish I could read the body again, but I'm sure to get caught if I try to even get close to the body. Somehow it doesn't really seem worth the risk. So it's possible she was stabbed, not just suffocated. I guess I'll just have to approach this from a different angle. Okay, I could move. Probably that means move to another room. Could examine the room. The cafe is small and clean with a series of paintings on the walls and a display stand featuring expensive bags of coffee. To the side, there's a hallway that leads to the bathrooms. There's also a kitchen in the back, but I can't see it from here. Knife might have come from the kitchen. Let's talk to people in this room if possible. Okay. Let's talk to the barista a little bit, left to right. The girl who works at the shop is sitting a few tables away from me, staring at the ground. She looks up and notices that I'm looking in her direction.
Surreal, isn't it?
Yep. Huh? And then,
Knowing you're in the same building as a dead body, I mean.
Oh, yeah. She smiles
By the
apologetically
way,
at me.
my name's Chance.
Nice to meet you, Chance. Chance sounds like such a fake name. You have a rather unusual name. Do you know anything about the woman who died? Do you think the killer is still around? Let's start with the top. That's a good introductory line. You have a rather unusual name.
I get that a lot. The truth is, I changed my name.
I think she likes me.
My parents named me Bertha.
Nice to meet you, Chance Bertha.
That's not exactly a good name for a famous singer.
You're a famous singer?
Not yet, but I want to be. I know it's a crazy dream, but I'm willing to take the chance.
We are in LA, right?
That's why I chose that name. Get it? Chance? I'm pretty cheesy, huh?
No, not at all. Maybe not cheesy, but I think the name Bertha actually means famous. Is that right? So really, you had a good name in the first place.
Really? I didn't know that. You're pretty smart.
I didn't know Bertha means famous. Not particularly. I just like to pay attention to names and what they mean.
That's cool. I know someone just like you.
Oh yeah? I seriously doubt that. So yeah, do you know anything about the woman who died?
Nothing comes to mind. I saw her go to the bathroom earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. Still, I think I would have recognized her if she was someone I knew.
Did you see anybody else go to the bathroom before or after her? That's the question. Do you remember what time you saw her?
Maybe around 2 o'clock? I'm not sure.
She's been in there for 30 minutes. 40 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes probably before she died. What makes you think it was 2 o'clock?
Well, my shift starts around then, and she came in a little bit after I did. She looked like a secretary, so I thought it was weird that she'd come during working hours.
You didn't notice that she never left the bathroom? I see. You think the killer's still around? Yeah, one of us could be the killer.
I sure hope not.
Yeah, me too. Chance shivers.
I don't know why he'd stick around anyway. Doesn't a murderer usually run after he kills someone?
I hope so. Good point.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Uh-oh. Detective Gursky approaches us. The woman who is speaking with trails closely behind him. As soon as she sees me, she quickly looks away.
Nope, not interrupting anything.
Then do you mind coming with me?
Not at all.
Chance waves at me before hurrying off after Detective Gursky. About earlier...
Don't touch me.
Oh shit. I wasn't gonna touch you. The woman glares at me, her eyes laced with disgust.
I saw what you did.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I found her like that. The woman frowns at me.
Just don't speak to me.
She sits down and folds her arms, glaring at me from across the room. I guess I should leave her alone. Across the room, the college boy is typing away on his laptop. He pauses to glance at a pile of notes on the table next to him. He's still doing homework at a time like this. He looks up and we briefly make eye contact.
Is something wrong?
I guess I'm forced to talk to him next. Not really, but that's fine. I was planning to talk to him next anyway. You just look really calm, all things considered. He glances to the side nervously.
Actually, I'm pretty freaked out. But it hasn't really set in, you know? Part of me is hoping this is all just a hidden camera show or something.
I'll just finish my conversation with him and I'll save it afterwards. It would be a lot nicer if that were the case.
I'm sorry. You're the one who found the body, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's silent for a moment.
Is it scary? Just seeing a dead body, I mean.
I'm kind of used to it at this point. I guess most people would be pretty terrified to see a dead body, especially one that's obviously been murdered. Yeah, that's the ticket. I am scared.
You look pretty calm too, you know?
Do I? Oh, I guess I do.
My name's Kizaki. What about you?
That was a funny response. I'd rather not. Kizaki blinks and stares off into the distance for a moment. It looks like he's spacing out. Are you okay?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
He laughs nervously before smiling warmly at me.
It's It's okay if you don't want to say your name.
I think in real life, if you didn't tell your name to a cop during a murder investigation, they would arrest you for impeding the investigation, and you'd go to jail. I mean, well, actually, they would probably threaten to arrest you, and then you'd have to give them your ID. But yeah, if you refuse to give your name or refuse to show ID, they would arrest you. Not this guy, obviously, but the cop earlier. So I like going with the top option, especially in this case where it's social. So what are you doing here anyway?
Studying.
Nice. He nods at the pile of paper scattered
I have
across
an
the table.
exam soon, and I come here a lot since it's a quiet place with no distractions.
Yeah, that's cool. He sighs.
So much for that.
Yeah, so much for that. Are you in college?
Yeah, but I'm only a part-time student. Even community college is expensive. I have to keep a part-time job just to stay afloat.
What do you do?
It's kind of hard to explain. I guess you could say I'm a sort of errand boy? I do odd jobs, fetch things, occasionally make tea for my boss. Stuff like that.
Okay, I see. Do you think the killer is still here? Kazaki suddenly turns pale.
Killer? I thought she died from a heart attack or something.
Nope.
Oh no, this is even worse.
He looks like he's about to start crying. Whoa.
What if the murderer is still here? What if we're all going to be picked off one by one until there's no one left?
Volume's high. I'm gonna put the volume down a little bit. I really don't think that's the case. Besides, it's not as if we're trapped on a remote island or anything. I point at Kazaki's laptop. I'd like to, adjust the volume. I like the music. The music volume should be higher. And the voice volume needs to go a little lower. So the voice volume is just intense. Alright, now maybe I can put the volume back up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, pointing at his laptop. You're even connected to the internet.
Oh yeah.
He suddenly looks a lot more relieved.
I guess I overreacted.
No kidding.
But it's still really creepy to think that someone was killed here. I hope that detective figures it out soon.
Can you remember anything about the woman who died?
I'm afraid I was pretty caught up in my work. I didn't really notice much about anyone else.
Nothing at all.
Well, I think she may have been looking for someone. When she came in, she looked around a bit like she was expecting to see someone.
Someone who killed her.
I remember wondering if she was looking for you, and you just didn't notice her because you were asleep.
I think she would have noticed me. Wow, is there anyone in this coffee shop who didn't watch me sleep?
Your turn, kid.
Kazaki looks up surprised.
Oh, right.
He quickly shuffles a few of his notes around into a neat pile before he stands up. Alright, I think we're done here. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the woman from earlier is still staring at me. Hey.
I thought I told you not to speak to me.
Alright, we should better stop here. So I'm saving the game. Nice. I like how this has good saving options. So I can just save right here and come back to it later. Alright, that's all folks. See you next time. Listen, I don't know what you thought you saw, but that woman was already dead when I found her.
Don't take me for a fool.
But I'm not taking you for a fool. I'm just like, what do you think you saw? I just thought about it. If you thought about it, you wouldn't think that. If I actually had killed that woman, don't you think I'd have tried to stop you, or at least run away? Instead, I waited around and even spoke with that detective. She doesn't respond. Really? You're going to discount me just like that? How dare you, lady?